Hi, teachers and instructional staff. We are going to show you today how to save or kind of go through at your own pace filling out your ads form. So the only actual required page to do before you submit this form is the first page. So I'm going to walk us through that real quick and then show you the trick. So I'm just going to put Amber Dage, my year that I started here, assignment, and then I'm not sure why it's asking for our email again, but we're just gonna make it happy and put our email there in again. So then I'm gonna click next. This next section or the next few sections are all about going through and doing a self-reflection on each of these statements and seeing where you're at, and it's either emergent, skilled, or accomplished. You're welcome to do this and then here if you would like, and then save the goal setting and the rest of the things that take a little bit more thought in the Google Sheet itself. But if you would like to also do this in the Google Sheet and kind of wait, what I'd recommend is to kind of pick one of each. So I'm going to pick emergent, I'm just going to go through skilled, and I'm going to pick accomplished. This is meant to be done like, hey, what's your gut thought? So I would say that it might just be helpful just to go through and do this part and click submit and then save the goal setting for later. But you can do it either way. So, but it should just be a gut, like, hey, where do I see myself at with that statement? So if you're doing it in the Google Sheets, then you would just pick one of each for now. So you have each of those kind of saved. And then you're just going to click next and go all the way through the document here. I'm just going to keep clicking next until I get to page 11. Again, you're welcome to do any of this at this time, but you're also welcome just to skip through it so that you have the final document. The last page, it says other supervisor's email. This you would want to put in here before you click submit. So if you have a supervisor other than Melinda or Maureen, then you're going to want to put their email address here. If you don't, otherwise you just click submit. Once that document has been submitted, you should almost immediately have it appear in your shared with me in your Google Drive. So mine hasn't quite appeared yet. So I'm going to just do a refresh on this page and see if it comes up. And it still hasn't, but it will. I'm going to refresh again. There it is, and it's titled with my name. I do recommend that you take this document and you add it to your drive. So right now it's only in my shared with me, but I should add it to my own drive so that I can find it. So I'm going to add shortcut to drive. The other thing that I would recommend is that you add a folder for the year. So I'm going to name it 2021 ads so that I can find it in my drive. And then I'm going to click the check because I just created that folder, and I'm going to add the shortcut right there so then I can find it. You should also in your email have an email with it sent to you immediately. So if I check my email right now, it should be the first email that I see. I'm going to open it real quick so you can see. So the only thing that I filled out on that first page were these three things, and then I filled out one of each of these, and the reason is because now I can take this and I can go through each statement and kind of copy and paste. So I can copy this and say, oh, I'm skilled, and copy it all the way down. I don't know why it's not, oh yeah, I thought it wasn't copying the color, but it is. The other option you can do is, I think, if you type in the word accomplished, it should automatically change the color for you. So I could just do the accomplished or just start typing the E, and then that will come up for you. So that is another option. But then you're just going to go through and kind of rate yourself, self-reflect on each of these statements. And then on the second tab on the bottom, the PPLP and goal setting. This is where you put your personal interests, and you can use your ads from last year if you want, if things haven't changed, and you can kind of just copy and paste over if you would like. This is where you put your professional goals, so any instructional goals that you have or classroom management would go here. Again, this only has to be, you don't have a set number of required goals, so put something that is reasonable for you and attainable, and hopefully it relates to some learning that you are already doing this year with remote learning. And if you need support on that, of course, come to myself or Miss Gardner or Miss Jamail. And then if you have any dream personal goals for yourself, you can add those here as well. Again, this is just optional. This section, professional compliance, is filled out by your supervisor at the end of the year. This third tab, growth measure. So this is something you can think through, and if you need support on this, again, come to me. And then you are adding what the focus is, and then the descriptors for each level. If you're using something like map data, then I'm trying to think where it says, no, I don't. I think you're good. Okay, so you can use something like map data, but you can put that information in there. Okay, I was seeing if there's anything else, but I think that's it. If you need support on this, again, just come to me and let me know. And then professional learning. So this is where you can kind of keep a record or documentation of any PD that you've done throughout the year, whether towards your goal or just PD that you've done in general. It's just another place for you to track it. So that is that. And this, again, since now you're working within your Google Sheet, you can slowly work on it as you like throughout the semester. All right. Thanks so much.